Entrepreneurs, real entrepreneurs, never wait for infrastructure. We build infrastructure.
But boss, hii ni open mic na uko na mimi the hottest man in East and Central Africa, Brian Aseli na Zinzi of course. Lakini ndani ya studio leo tunaongea about online businesses na tumekaa na panel moja moto kama pasi wako ready kutuambia venye youth wanaweza jinvolve kwa hii business. So right next to me ni the founder of Cora Edibles. Anaitwa Coretta. Coretta?
Yeah,
Coretta Kai. Unaona vile nimejichocha? Coretta Kai.
First of all, Coretta, I have to say, I went and stalked you on Instagram. I loved your work. I loved what it is that you have going on. I can't wait for us to jump into that conversation. Of course, closer to me is XGen. He is a vlogger, and he needs no introduction. He's a trendsetter here in Kenya. And it's a pleasure to also have you on the show.
Thank you.
All right, so let's just jump straight into this. Coretta, for you, you have an Instagram account, and I have seen it, and it's beautiful. How has being online made you stand up compared to someone else who does whatever you do that is not online? How has that given you an extra advantage?
Well, getting online first exposes you. People know that you exist. If you're not online, how will they know that you exist? And also being online shows people that you have the courage to show the world what you're doing. Because if you just stay with your business at home and thinking if you get online, other people will copy it, that does not help you. You have to get out there and expose yourself to challenges.
I like that.
Yes.
For you, Della, I mean, you've been on the online platform for quite a while right now.
This is my 10th year.
This is your 27th. Oh, yeah, because you started in 2007, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. So for you, for you, you literally live online.
Yeah, I do.
That's where you get your rent and your salary from?
Everything.
Talk to me about how that has helped grow XGen, the brand.
Where do I start? I can just say that I live, breathe, eat, and basically work online. You know, when us guys started this thing in 2007, no one actually believed that this thing would make sense. My own mother never believed that I'd work on social media and make money, because she's the kind of person who believes you need to go to have that 8-to-5 job, maybe be a lawyer, a doctor, or something like that. So to me, I can say that I have been on the co-driver's seat of change and revolution in terms of digital, and guys making money on social media, and basically just the revolution of internet and the business in the country.
Okay.
Wewe ulijuaje hiyo biashara itajipa? Ulijuaje hii ni something, there is a loop na mnahitaji kufill hiyo space? Ulijuaje? As in, ni nini ilikufanya ukadecide mazejo ni online?
It is very funny how I bumped up into online. In 2007, back then, I cleared high school in 2008. So I joined Facebook in 2007. Back then, Facebook was the in thing. Unarudi chuo unasema ulikuwa Facebook, kila mtu anasema what? So back then when it started, it was just fun, all fun and games. You just start a Facebook page, it's funny. Back then we didn't have hashtags like right now. So if a topic trends, you create a page, not a hashtag. And that's how XGen, the brand, started. I was creating a lot of funny pages. I didn't know that I was a trendsetter on Facebook through Facebook pages. So when I joined Campus in 2009, fortunately, unfortunately, I wasn't able to pay for my school fees. My mom, a single mom, couldn't actually afford. So I dug and lost myself inside social media. As in, nearly waste time vizuri sana mpaka watu wakaanza kunipay ni waste time. In the sense that people started coming to me like, hey, are you the guy who owns these pages on Facebook? Can you share this shoe store of mine? Can you share this business of mine? So I was like, hey, kumbe naweza tengeneza do na hii kitu. So slowly and surely I started understanding the mechanics, and I started becoming professional and taking it as a business. And I grew myself like that.
All right, for you, for Coretta, for you, you are literally running a business online and offline, because I'm sure you deliver the goods that it is that you have.
Yeah, we did.
What are some of the challenges as a young person who has a small business online that you face?
The biggest challenge is once you run a business online, that is just a platform to help you grow. The business in reality has to also be offline. In essence, you have to really work on your customers. You have to really meet your customers' needs. You have to have the right product, deliver the right goods to the customer. The online is just a platform to expose you. There's so much work involved besides the Instagram and the Facebook pages.
Right.
For instance, you have to follow up on feedback. The online platform, when it exposes you, you have to really get feedback from the clients to be able to go on with your business. And mostly, even if you're online, most of the products that people buy are always referrals. For us, the product we sell, the fruit bouquet, is not very common in Kenya. It's not very many people who do that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Or in terms of making it? But in terms of buying, I'm sure you have an audience.
Yeah, in terms of buying, we have an audience. But in terms of making, there are not many people who do that.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to really educate people. And you know, most of the times on Instagram, you just share a photo. The photo may not have as much information. So there's so much work you have to do behind the scenes.
Okay.
Because all the time, someone will see a beautiful photo and then call you, what is that I saw?
Wow.
And once you say that is fruit coated in chocolate, they can't believe it.
Okay, so first of all, I'm getting hungry, so we've got we need to divert the conversation here.
Next time, come with samples.
I want you guys to listen to this. All right, so we know Jack Ma, the business magnate, Asia's richest man, was in the country this week, and he spoke to people in private sessions, in public forums, etc. And this is a man who is worth, according to Forbes, $28.3 billion US. That's about 2.9 trillion Kenyan shillings. If he wanted to, he could single-handedly, run Kenya's budget, just like that. You know, but this is what he said, that users of the internet will be the real winners. I really want you to listen to this clip, then we come back to this discussion.
Using the internet. It's not the internet company is going to win. It's those companies using internet will be winning. It's not the entrepreneurs. Every entrepreneurs will be online, which we call entrepreneurs.
Right, so you've had Jack Ma there saying internet users are going to be the real winners, all right? So for you, Ex-Chandela, as much as the online space has a lot of young people, and majority of young Kenyans are also on that space, brands do not know how to do that, to get onto the online space. How do you know in terms, because you're a trendsetter, in terms of what content should go online? And the reason why I ask so is that a lot of young people like to post what they had for lunch, TBT about last night, which is okay. It's fine. It shows your personality. True. But we need to go beyond that and sort of share what it is that we do, whether you're in the medical field, whether you're in baking, whatever business it is. So for you, what is your tip when it comes to designing content?
When it comes to content, I get asked a lot of these questions. There's a tweet I normally post when I'm bored. I say, when I joined Twitter, I didn't know what to tweet about. 160,000 tweets later, I still don't know what I'm tweeting about.
What do you mean?
Which is true. I really don't know what I'm tweeting about. Thing is, just be you. The problem with people on social media, you try to become XT and you try to become Zinzi, and that's where you lose it. As a brand, you need to focus on what you're doing. Then again, let me just take a step back. You need to understand, why are you on social media? Are you on social media for the publicity? Are you on social media as a business? Are you on social media just to snoop and to stalk people? You need to know what you're doing. If you're there as a brand, you need to have guidelines. You need to have brand principles, things you need to follow, people you need to follow, people you can't follow, people you need to respond to, how you need to respond to. There's a language you need to come up with. If you're a personality like me, you need to understand which field are you tweeting about, which field are you associating with, because it just can't be all over. Like mine specifically, mine is about entertainment, lifestyle. It's about events. It's about gaining people, helping people gain the publicity and followers, and just training people how to manage the social media accounts. That is my field. I don't do sports in as much as I love sports. I don't do news as much as I love news. So you need to have a sense of direction. You can't just be all over. You can't be a jack of all trades on social media.
Right.
Wacha niulize Correra. Correct. Let me ask you, do you think the Kenyan businesses are ready for the international market? Are we ready?
Yes, we are ready. As long as the product is right, you're always ready all the time, because the problem we have is we are not exposed. We have always been ready, but we have not had the platform to really get to the international platform. And for most businesses, we are afraid. We have always, for most young people, we have always been so afraid of competition. And that's why you really never get to be ready for the international market. The moment you get out there is the moment you get to get ready for the international market. So the thing is, for most people who are starting out in business, as he says, no, focus on the right content, put it on your social media and focus on one product. And
kuna kitu moja nataka pia uaddress as you continue talking hata extend. Kuna hiki kitu ni monotonous. Wewe unaanza kuuza viatu, mabisi zangu watu wanaanza kuuza viatu. Wewe unauza karibu niseme bra but nishasema labda tuseme unauza boots za wasichana ama vitu kama hizo ama cosmetics. Mademu wote wanaanza kuuza. Do you think it's affecting our businesses positively or negatively?
I don't think it's affecting negatively. Case in point, go to Moy Avenue. How many shops are selling phones? And what is the exactly? And what's the rent of each stall? At around 20,000-30,000 a month, and all of them are paying rent. You see, how many Nairobians do we have? How many Kenyans? You can't finish the market. There's a lot of money for all of us. It's just the way you package and align yourself. Let me give you a very good example. Brookside. Brookside bought how many companies of milk?
Cars,
and all of them have different names and different prices from the same person. You see, so you can sell the same thing, have different names of the shop, depending on how you brand and package yourself. We're selling the same phone from the same person, but the way I approach and relate with my clients is totally different from the way Zinzi does it.
So it's all about branding and marketing.
Exactly.
You know, the thing is, I like that because one of the questions, or rather the question that we are asking tonight is, what's the major challenge entrepreneurs face with startups? Capital, self-doubt, market connections, you know, my networks, etc. And the market issue is also something big. For you, Coretta, what would you say has been your biggest challenge, especially if you are given those options? Capital, self-doubt, market connections. Sijui so-and-so, ama minajua so-and-so.
My number one was self-doubt.
Wow.
Yeah, because I really doubted myself for such a long time that I could do this. Then number two is, well, capital probably comes towards the last.
Really?
Yeah.
Cash flow?
Capital to start the business.
Okay.
Cash flow is also a major problem because nikianza kuuza fruit bouquets leo, kesho mtu aniitisha 1,000 orders, na sina do, siwezi meet. So, but that comes way later after you've expanded a bit. Then number two is the market, how to reach the market. Not really that there is no market, how to really brand yourself and get people to know about you. And well, that connects to connections because the moment you get to know one person, they will introduce you to another person. Yeah.
All right. Now listen.
Can I just add on that? I think, let me just put this statement here for a lot of viewers out there.
Sure.
A lot of guys coming to me, Extian, you are connected, you know these things, you know people, can you help me get a job? Let me tell you this, you do not need money to start a business.
Yeah, you don't.
That is the biggest mistake young people make. You sit down, you draft a good business proposal worth 500,000, 300,000, alafu unangoja pesa itoke majuu, sijui itoke mbinguni ama itoke. It will never come. I started basically with nothing, with my phone, and it pains me when young people tweet me each and every time, Extian, nisaidie na job. Extian, can you please help me get a job? And you're tweeting me.
Wow. On that note, there's something that Jack Ma said. So, dear corporates and small businesses, this is what Jack Ma had to say in regards to your employees.
Africa has to hope and pay special attention to those people who are below 30 years old, pay special attention to those companies who have 30 employees, less than 30 employees. And please pay special attention to women, because women will be the power. I think women will be the rising power of the 21st century. If you can use more women, I'm sure that you can make your e-commerce, e-business much better.
All right, so even Jack Ma admitted that the average number of his employees is at the age of 27 years old. We all know that Africa, Kenya, this is the youngest this nation and continent will ever be. So corporates and small businesses will have to start acknowledging the fact that most of their employees will be young people. Now, there's something that I really want to table to the panel this evening, and that's the issue of, do you think that the internet being there will ease employment inequality, especially on even a global platform? And that sort of kind of connects with Sina network, Sina sijui so and so, but with the internet, you can do marvelous things. All right, Coretta, very quickly.
Yes, I believe it's going to do that. For one, because the online platform doesn't know whether you are a girl or whether you are a boy. The moment you start your business, all you need is your phone. We all have enough bundles to get on Instagram and Facebook. You only need probably about 50 shillings to actually create your Instagram page and post your first product. You don't need any capital. Right. And from there, you've already exposed yourself and you can grow over time. So,
okay. Action for you? And what would be your closing remarks? Because we need to head over to the next segment, but I really want to hear that.
I think as young people, stop complaining about you don't have a job and you're tweeting and you're posting on Facebook. I get paid to post on Facebook, and I started from nothing. I wasn't born with the number of followers I have on Facebook. If you don't have don't have work, the government has actually started ajira.co.ke. You can get there, get stuff. You can learn. Google is the best teacher, and YouTube for me. Learn how to get online jobs and stuff.
All right, so Coretta Kai, the founder of Kora Edibles and XChan, thank you so much for your time.
Zinzi, kila wiki si wenda mtaani, si ubonga na wase na ma-artist. Si you get opportunity ya kuongea na wasanii, na this week na kuambia ni one interesting piece. Ebu jiwachie alafu tweet uniambie Kylie kubamba yome kukubamba.
Jina yangu ni George Ongeri, but jina usanii ni Onkoba. Onkoba ni msanii, uchora, pia ufanya biashara usanii. Art for Peace nilikuwa nikipitia kwenye Facebook, na katika kupita zangu nikakutana na Art for Peace campaign ikiendelea. Nilipoangalia pale kuna piece nilikuwa nimeshatengeneza, nikaona acha ni submit because zilikuwa zinazungumzia hiyo mada ya amani. I make woodcut prints. I also do designing. I also do abstract art. Yeah. But I will win if my artwork will preach peace. Finally, I will win because it is more of peace than the final prize. But I believe at the end result, if I win, that is an added advantage.
Every point of elections since 2007, 2013, and now it's like people are trying to take themselves into their tribal, ethnic communities and stuff. We don't have to fight. We don't have to shed blood. If men involve themselves in rioting and stuff, women at the same time will be affected in terms of some of them will be raped. And children will be killed. So at that point, the entire community, the entire nation will be down. Elections go. If we choose to fight, I believe that I'm going to win this, basing on the time that I'll put myself in it. Elections go. If we choose to fight.
Naitwa EMB, which means Eastland's Most Beloved Dancers. It's a dance company. So we are from the ghetto.
Tulisaid kuwa nini part of it tumeona mayouth wa area yetu ndio engaging in violence nini. Sasa tunataka kuchange mayouth, kuwafunza dance, pia siko na dance classes huko Liberty. Sasa tunawafunza ndio siku hata ikifika watu kuna kitu kufanya. Usikuwe tu idle. Unajua an idle mind is a devil's workshop.
Hi, I'm Saddam Suleiman. I'm the team lead at Dragonfly Limited. We are an advertising agency, but focusing mainly on digital advertising. The main agenda for having Art for Peace is peace starts from you and I. And as ambassadors of peace, we thought of bringing this to all Kenyans who are above the age of 18. Yeah. The whole idea is how can you promote peace through art? And if you look at the country right now, we have so much of unemployed youth, yet they're so talented. So we thought, how can we tie up art with peace and the youth? So art is also very wide. So we bring all these people in one place where they can showcase peace. Well, we didn't want something too complex. We wanted something fun. We wanted something when someone does it with a passion, because that's what they do for a living. And also, if you look at the majority people, they have so much hidden talent, which no one has seen it out there. So this platform not only showcases peace, but each artist has the opportunity to showcase their art. So we've allocated a page called Pledge. How can I pledge peace? As much as I'm not drawing or dancing or playing any guitar, how can I pledge peace? So there's a page specifically designed. You can be able to share multiple creatives that have peace message that can be shared on your social media platforms.
Neno, art for peace. Wase wamedecide watatumia art skills zao kuongea about peace. Be a part of that competition, unaweza win grand prize. Usitake jua. Lakini sasa hii lazima turudi hapa ndani Zinzi.
I like that. Art for peace. All right. Let's come back quickly with closing remarks when it comes to small businesses online. Coretta, what is your advice for someone who is inspiring to do so?
Really know what you want to do. Research on it online and start. Don't wait for too long, because the thing about an idea, when it comes to you, it's already come into someone else's mind. So the moment you wait, someone else will start and they'll get to do your thing, and one day you're going to say, that was my idea.
I like that.
So go for it, and also like Cora Edibles on Facebook.
Great. You will not be disappointed, I can say that for sure. All right, exchange for you.
I think I want to just harp on the same strings. Whatever I want to say is, whatever idea you have, just know that there are 10 other people out there with the same idea and 10 times the resources. So you need to wake up and do it.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Guys, thank you so much for being part of this panel, for driving tonight's conversation.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so keep doing what it is that you do. And as always, we want to sort of end the show there, but first, we have to read at least one or two of the comments that we're getting online. Sam, you say any startup, it's almost inevitable, but one requires all the above in terms of the options that we are asking. Noah says the main challenge facing our youth are capital and more so self-confident to intend entrepreneurship and business. So that sort of brings us to the end of tonight's show. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next week, same time, same place. My name is Zinzi Kibiko.
And the hottest man in East and Central Africa, Brian Aseli. Wejua kila Friday si uko na date. Mazejo, we're going to be a part of the change because he's the youngest and the coolest. Big shout.
All right, guys.
Youth